What's up guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another how-to video. Today I'm going to be doing a lower leg service on my Fox 36s. Excuse the hair, it has been a long lockdown.
Let me tell you a story.
Right guys, for this job you're going to need a tub or a tray to catch the fluid from falling out your forks, a shock pump, Fox 20 weight gold oil, Fox PTFE infused 5 weight suspension fluid, a fork seal kit. I got this one from J-Tech, some disc cleaner or some isopropyl alcohol. Trying to say that when you're drunk. A pick to take out the foam rings. You're going to need a syringe to measure out your suspension oil, a 2mm Allen key, a 15mm socket and a 10mm socket. I also got this stick here, I'll show you what this is for afterwards. And I always have a nice clean piece of tissue here just to get everything I take off the forks laid out on there. It's clear where it goes and then I know exactly how it goes back on afterwards. Also guys, just to let you know, this is the first time I've ever done a lower leg service on my Fox 36s. I've done one on RockShox before, so it's kind of similar, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Right guys, first thing you want to do is release all the air from your forks. Get your shock pump. You want to know exactly the pressure that is on these forks, so you can put the same amount back in when you're finished. Or if it's your own forks, then you can just set the sag up and you don't need to know the pressure. So note down the pressure, remember it if you need to, or write it down if you need to. Let all the air out of them forks. You see how mine just jutted, they should be coming up nice and smooth. That means they're ready for a good service. And there we go. Take that off. Now you want to spin the forks over slightly up so the fluid runs down the stanchion towards the stanchions. And then you want to take this protective cover off the rebound. Set that aside. And then there's a little 2mm grommet on here on your rebounds. Just loosen that off, don't take it off, just loosen it off and pull off the little rebound adjusters, set them aside. Then you want to get your 15mm socket, loosen that, about 4 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't have to be exactly 4 turns. Just you want it loose enough that it'll stay on there for when the next stage comes. And then you want to get your 10mm for the other side. Loosen that off. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do a little bit more if you feel like you have to. And then this next bit is a bit dodgy. Makes me a bit nervous, but we're going to go with it. You need a rubber mallet, put the socket on the end of the bolt, hold the forks, make sure that stand's not going to go flying, and give it a good whack. And you want to try and release the seal in there because it's sucked in there. Basically there's a vacuum in the forks and you've got to try and release that by giving a good whack with the socket on the end. There is the proper tool for these. You can buy them, but they are a bit expensive when you can just use a socket and a mallet. Why not? What we're going to do now is swing the forks down, make sure your tray is underneath the forks. Actually, let's take these nuts off first. Both of these. They're both different sizes, so don't worry if you get mixed up. You'll know exactly which one's which because they're both different sizes. The bigger one's on the rebound side. I'll just adjust the camera. I'm going to swing these down. Hopefully they should slide off. Put that to there, and then they're just going to slide down, hopefully. Seems like I haven't whacked it hard enough. So if you don't whack it hard enough, guys, bring them back up, put the socket back on, and give it another whack. There you go. Now these just should slide straight off. There goes the oil. All the way down. Nice and careful. Right to the end. There you go. And that is your lower leg off the forks. Right guys, now the lowers are off the forks, we just wanted to do a quick check on the seals. We do have some new seals, but as these forks are only 8 months old, I'm just gonna do a quick check, get a bit of tissue. So we're just gonna check these seals, give it a quick wipe with the tissue to get any gunk off. And you want to feel around the outside to make sure there's no grooves or pits or there are any wears on them. Just like weathering of the rubber. If they're all good, then you can leave them on. If you need a new set, then there is a special tool for it. It makes it look a lot easier, but you can just do it. You can prise them out with a screwdriver. Yeah, it sounds really horrible, putting a screwdriver to your nice Fox forks, but you can do it with a screwdriver and then whack them in with a mallet and a block of wood. I've seen it been done. I like the look of the proper tool myself, just because I like my forks. Next job, we want to get our little pick, and you just want to pick out the seals from inside the forks. They're just underneath the seal. There they are, right there. There's one, get rid of that. And the second one, can you see that? I don't know. It's quite hard to show you. It's just under there. Pick it out, right there. Right guys, this is what comes in your fork seal kit. You get 2 foam rings, 2 little washers. These are your crush washers, and these are your other crush washers that go up inside the forks. I won't need these black ones. I'll probably only need this white ones here, these white ones here. They just go underneath the bolts. So while we are cleaning up everything, we want a bit of our 20 weight gold oil. Just pour a tiny bit of it into a little pot like that, and then just whack your foam rings inside there, push them into the oil so they soak up all that lovely 20 weight oil. Leave them in there until you're ready to get them out, flip them over, do a proper job. So while my foam rings are soaking in my oil, I'm just going to give my stanchions a quick clean with the isopropyl alcohol. Just give them a quick squirt all over, not too much. Get some towel, give them a good wipe down. Remove this sag indicator, put that on the side. Don't forget to put that back on. That is important for yourself, not for the forks. Just give them all a nice wipe down. You don't want any contaminants in this, guys. You want to make sure your forks are as clean as possible. Any dirt gets in this can really affect the performance of them. Lower leg time, you want to get that all cleaned out. It looks pretty minging inside there with some old oil. This is where my stick comes in from the tool list before. What I'm going to do is get my isopropyl alcohol, give it a good spray, all up the top, inside there. Stick some tissue inside there, get your stick and shove it in. Let it soak up all the crap at the bottom. Same with the other side. Stick it in. Get the stick. Push it down. Don't catch the other ring. No windows vent. Let it all soak up the crap. Just get rid of any drips that have come down under here. Give it a really good clean. So get your stick again and just put it in and push it back straight up through, out the other side. There you go. Gets rid of all the crap from in your lower leg. Right guys, our next stage is to put our fresh washers inside the lower leg. Pick them out of the oil, notice it's soaked. You want to plunk them in there by hand. They should just drop straight in that groove. You don't want any crap on these guys. If you get any crap on them, try and get it off. Bit of a faff of a job when you're trying to do it so the camera can see. Hopefully you guys won't have this problem. Bit of a fiddle, just be patient and they will go in just like that. There you go. 2 new foam rings, and that holds all the moisture from the oil. Not all of it, but it keeps moisture in the foam rings from the oil, and it helps the stanchions be lubricated as they go through the travel. Alright, next job guys, you want to get your suspension grease just a little bit and rub it around the outsides of the seals of these forks here. Just put it all the way around. Not too much, just a little bit on the end of your finger and rub it around. Ready for the stanchions to go on. Next job, we want to get the lowers onto the stanchions. Firstly, make sure you put your little rubber ring for your sag onto the air side of the stanchion. Get your lower legs, bring them up through nice and slowly. They do take a bit of a push to get back on there. Hold the top. There's 1 and there's 2. And let's push them up, straight up through. Bring this around just so I can see. Line them bottoms up. The rebound has come through, but the damper side has not come through just yet. It's because the rebound side is longer. So when it does come through there, you just want to pull it back off again, just slightly, just so it sits just inside, because we need to add the oil into these bits here. So this next bit, all the information you want you can find on ridefox.com for what oil needs to go where. Mine is 10 cc's of 20-weight gold in the air side and 40 cc's of the suspension fluid on the Grip 2 damper side. So we get our syringe, there's 10 cc's there, and we just inject it in to the hole. Do exactly the same for the Grip 2 side, but we want 40 cc's. So I've only got a small syringe, so I'm going to have to do 2 20s. You might be able to get a proper syringe, you can get them, but you know, use what you got. Next thing we want to do is push the lowers into place, just like that. And we want to get our bolts here. So here's our rebound adjuster bolt with the new crush washer. A little tip that I've got from Ride Fox is to put a little tiny bit of grease on there. That will hold the crush washer in place while you screw it on. Put it on the end like that, screw it on, just finger tight. Same with the other one. Tiny bit of grease around there. Tighten these up with your socket. I've looked on the Ride Fox website, and there are torque settings for these. This needs to be 5.7 Newton meters, and this one needs to be 16.9. It's very precise. It doesn't have to be spot on. I've spoken to someone about this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you do have a Torx wrench that will do that, then go for it. I wouldn't go doing it willy-nilly and just wanging it around thinking you know what 16.7 Newton meters is, because if you do, that is a bit strange. But yeah, you don't want to be going doing that. It can damage the forks. So 5.7 Newton meters is there, and this one 16.9. Now we need to get our little rebound adjuster knobs back on there. 2 pieces, and there's a little like wavy washer in between the two. You want the bigger one to go on first. It'll sit on there. Yeah, there you go. And then get the second one. Slide it on there. Hold that on with your finger. Like so. Get the 2mm Allen key and nip that up there. Like that. Not too tight, just finger tight. Check they work. Just one click there, one click back. Same with the other one. One click, one click. Nice. So that's all done. We'll swing them around. And now we want to pump back, pump up the forks back to the correct pressure. I have 74 psi and 3 volume spacers. That is my setup for my forks. Obviously everyone's different. That is done. Put that cap back on. Put your protective cap back on, your rebound underneath there. And that, guys, is how you do a lower leg service on a set of Fox 36s. So would I recommend it? Yes, I would, just because of the price it costs to get it done in the shop. And when you buy all the bits, you've got it for life. All you need to do then is buy a fork seal kit and the fluid each time. The fluid comes in a big tub, so you got that for a good few lower leg services. It's just a bit stressful for your first time. I think if you did it again, it wouldn't be as bad. I think the guys at JTech bang them out daily, so it becomes second nature for them. It takes me about 2 hours looking at things and trying to work out what I'm doing next and trying to remember what I'm doing next. So guys, that is my how-to video on these Fox 36s. Smash that like button if you like this video. It really goes a long way, so I gain that little bit more confidence to another video. Any comments, anything you want to ask me, please comment below. Anything you'd like to see me do on these bikes, comment below and I'll do my best to get them done. Check out the links in the description for all our affiliate links, where you get a small discount on some of the products that we are sponsored by, and check out our merch site for all our products that we have on there. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. Keep it pinned. Or any videos you'd like me to see. Any videos you'd like me to see. Come on, can't even do that now. Can you tell I've done this before? Oh, wrong way around, I think. These 2 bolts are tensioned up. Do exactly the same for the 40. For the 40. And that was all the gardening tools falling off the wall for some reason.